Thank you, President Navarro, and I want to thank all my colleagues as well for elevating this conversation, this important conversation, to the full council, and for all the panelists for being here. Over the summer, when I requested this conversation, it was because every time I would look at my phone, I would see a text, a tweet, and an email about another Montgomery County resident who was hit or killed on our roads. And as of today, November 19th, there have been 579 individuals struck while walking or bicycling on our roads, and 11 people have been killed. And these numbers are heartbreaking for me, they're heartbreaking for all of us, and they're even more heartbreaking for the families, friends, and the loved ones who's been close to the victims of these incidents. And statewide, pedestrian crashes have risen 21% from 2011 to 2015, and nationally, pedestrian fatalities have reached a 28-year high in the year 2018. And those data points don't even tell the full story, because traffic violence impacts certain communities greater than others. Seniors, children, low-income residents are more likely to be hit by cars. And in fact, African Americans and Latino residents are 33% more likely to be victims of pedestrian crashes when compared to white residents. So to the council president's point, this is a social and racial equity issue, absolutely. And my hope is that if nothing else, this conversation today will infuse a sense of urgency to make sure that pedestrian and bicyclists are safe. And we've heard the shift in thinking from SHA, which is a very positive step. But we here in the county, we are nearing the end of the 2-year Vision Zero action plan. And despite some conversations about proposals and plans to do more, we still have a long way to go. Case in point, we still have not hired a Vision Zero coordinator. Now, constituents from all across the county, from Burtonsville to Bethesda, have expressed frustration and waiting for long-promised safety improvements. Simple things like lower speed limits, improved lighting, higher visibility crosswalks, and road diets, things that we're talking about today. And I just want to take a quick moment to read 3 pieces of correspondence I have received from residents related to the importance of Vision Zero. Quote, "My son was killed on Old Georgetown Road because of the lack of buffer between the sidewalk and road. Our lives are forever broken due to poor public policy and complacency. Unacceptable." Second quote, "It should not be normal for 1 to 2 people to be killed by drivers monthly in Montgomery County. It should not be normal for 1.5 people daily to be injured by drivers in Montgomery County." And third, "I would love to ride my bike and walk more, but it just isn't safe enough. A person shouldn't need to risk their life to get some exercise and fresh air while getting around the county." I strongly echo those heartfelt sentiments, and the Montgomery County residents I know who are in mourning, who are enraged, and who are in fear. And to the panelists, I appreciate you being here, and I just have one very simple question for the 4 of you. Do you believe that the deaths and injuries and to pedestrians and bicyclists on the roads in Montgomery County is a public safety and public health issue? And I agree that it is a public safety issue, because here in Montgomery County, more people die in collisions than by homicide. And we have students who are critically injured while walking to school. So as has been heard here today, the status quo is unacceptable. And I hopefully don't want to be in this room 2 years from now reading horror stories, because we have to ensure that the job gets done. And I view my role as a member of the council to keep pushing you to get this job done, because as we're hearing and as you're being told, there are lives that depend on this. And so I look forward to working with you to make sure that we fulfill this obligation to all of our residents to keep them safe when they're simply outside because the consequences are simply too high. Thank you.